What is up, you guys? Welcome to a very spring video. We're doing a full, clean, organized. We're getting into spring mode. If you feel a little bit blah after the winter months, you're not alone. So a good self-tan, a good hair coloring, a good hair mask, some makeup, some organizing and some decorating can go a long way. So that's what we're doing today. I was feeling so over my troll under a bridge mode that I was in with no makeup, lounging in loungewear every single day, and I needed to just get a little reset going. So you can see the hair dye in my hair. I colored my roots with just regular old box color like I usually do, detangled the whole thing. The hair mask that I used was so good. I had just tried a new one, and then the blow drying my face is because the lights flickered whenever I turned on the blow dryer. New house things. And then I just kind of put on this cozy romper, put my hair up, and needed to eat lunch before I got hangry. We're doing so good. I just want to say with our cooking, we are loving the cooking life. It's amazing. So scarfed down some food. I made a little cup of coffee and I started emptying the pantry and getting to cleaning. So we've been bringing stuff. This is a big question that I'm getting, is we've been bringing a lot of stuff from the old house and purchasing new toys. So I'm going to talk about that in a second because that was a huge topic of conversation on here. But this is all stuff that we've been slowly bringing from the other house and just kind of trying to not be stressed out with the process of moving, because it can be really overwhelming with just odds and ends and just an extreme amount of things. Which I just want to preface this by saying my resolution for this year was less things, and this is why. Just decluttering and having less items to clean up and to organize because it's crazy. So this is our pantry before. We kind of just moved into this house. You saw me build that pantry in the last video, but what's happened is we just didn't have it organized at all. So I got these really cute general store boxes. Every single thing that I talk about, by the way, I will link in the description down below. I also always link everything on my Instagram highlights for you guys in my stories and everything, and on my LTK. So everything is there. LTK stands for like to know it. So I like to share all the things that you guys like to know about. So I emptied out the entire pantry. I was blaring music in my headphones, which, by the way, am I alone on this? Those headphones, they're the Apple ones. I gave them to Andre. They didn't work. They weren't great for me. They hurt my head. I think I just have a big head. So I brought these bins from the other house. I love them. They're just from IKEA, regular white bins, and then the really nice general store ones. And I just kind of placed the bins where I thought that it would make sense, and then I started filling them. So I took everything out, and then I just slowly started the process of organizing. So I did spices, I did these clear containers with like pancake mix and stuff, all my olive oils and vinegars, different sauces. So good. And then I kind of had this like coffee area on the pantry that I had built. We have our microwave in there as well as our toaster, which were such good finds. I love how like just the style of them. The after is so satisfying. I feel like we did pretty good. This is all temporary because we do intend on redoing the kitchen, but neither here nor there. So we did our cleaning, and then it was time to decorate, and I have been waiting for this moment. I love watching Peter Rabbit. It's like my favorite thing ever, but my new favorite thing is this Rolly television that I got. And there was so many conversations in the comments of my videos during the holidays about how are you going to watch Christmas movies? Like, you need to put a frame TV. A lot of you guys said to put a frame TV over the bar cart. I understand, but that's a big commitment. And I thought this Rolly TV made so much sense. So I just watched the movie from on there, and it's like basically a wireless tablet. It's amazing. So I got a couple of new things, some napkins. I got some treasures from Michael's. I got that Peter Rabbit mug that I'm literally sipping out of right now. I freaking love it. And then I just pulled all of the things from previous years out of the bins. And my goal was to maybe narrow it down to half of the amount of bins. So I had 4 Easter bins, and the goal was to narrow it down to 2, which I'm pretty sure I was able to do. And I just think that with this house, and I think you guys were agreeing through the holidays and even through Valentine's Day, a lot more rustic, a lot less plastic decor, a lot less Ray Dunn. We went through a Ray Dunn era. It's fine, but we're going to donate it. Also, anything that's stuffed animals like Squishmallows and that, I'm going to give to my nieces and nephews because we don't need it. Love the bunny trail sign, but just so many mugs. I like these types of mugs. Love the gnomes. Again, I'll link everything. And then I did go to Michael's and I got some fun things. So the vibe I was going for was like McGregor's Garden. And if you've ever seen Peter Rabbit, Mr. McGregor's Garden. So basically like bunnies, I don't know, like extra large vegetables, like a picnic is kind of the style that I was going for. This is not the next day. I just completely overheated and I decided to change into a romper, and I went into the 3-season porch, watered my plants that are doing super well, and then I set up my painting area. So this was another part of my spring redo that I wanted to set up headed into the warmer months. So Andre got me an easel for Valentine's Day, and then I got these little DIY projects that I thought would be super cute. We got some paints. It was a very notebook moment. Like, he literally put together the easel for me and got me all the paints with like the tool thing to hold everything. It was very cute, like a little painting area. It was adorable. So then I just kind of got everything out of the way, moved my Rolly TV, which it follows me everywhere. And then I did a transition from, this was my Valentine's Day bar cart, and I'm just transitioning it over. And I kind of showed in the last video how I intend to do that, and it actually worked out really well. I had bought this piece of turf off of Amazon. I believe it was off of Amazon, and I just cut it to the size of the top of the bar cart, and you can check out any previous videos that I've done. They were always really good, but I just want to say this year's is the best. And I decided to keep my holiday ladder. That ladder was for my elves, but I've kept it out and I used it for the little gnomes. I added one of the gnomes on top of the bar cart, which I think I'm all about. So yeah, I left some of the garden pieces from Valentine's Day, and then I kept this little basket. I'm pretty sure they still have this. This is from Michael's, as well as the extra large carrots and cabbages. Love that. And then this little wagon, and I filled it with bunny bait, which is so cute. And then any Rae Dunn baskets like that white one, I just rotated them around so that you don't see the writing. Now, this is a hack that I wanted to share with you guys that many of you have shared with me. The HomeSense stickers are so hard to get off. If you use a hairdryer, apparently it makes it a little bit easier. I will say it made it easier. It didn't make it perfect. It's still difficult. So these are some Rae Dunn baskets, just rotated them around so you can't see the writing. Decided to keep those because I think they're pretty cute. And then I kind of just did the bunny bait with a lot of moss and any like succulents and fake plants that I could find. And then I wanted a little tea area on the bottom. And then any cups, I just kind of filled them with like these speckled, rustic, kind of farmhouse looking little Easter eggs. These little picks were new from Michael's this year. So anything, I was figuring with getting rid of stuff, I could just get a couple of new pieces. So I just got some smaller new pieces. And I love that little jelly bean canister, which I do think Michael still sells that. And I got this little garland this year also with the tiny little carrots. It looks like a little carrot vine going up the ladder. I love it. I kind of wish I would have gotten more. One thing that I got rid of that was the garland from last year was like the pom-pom bunny one. Like anything that's more cutesy didn't make the cut. I will say my martini glasses went quite well on this bar cart also. And then just filling everything with moss. I had another little bundle of carrots. I got these Easter eggs also. I honestly got them because they remind me of my grandmother and they're just so cute and I love them. So I watched Peter Rabbit 1, Peter Rabbit 2, and then the movie that you can see on now is called Hop, and it is hilarious. I love it. I will say Peter Rabbit 2 is not the best, but Peter Rabbit 1 and Hop are phenomenal. So I paused my movie and I just went downstairs because I've been meaning to do this as part of my spring reset. My office area, or just where I work, is in the basement. I just find it very cozy. And it's also where I've decided to become a gamer. And I'm not joking. I bought a Switch. It happened. And then my good friend, he knows who he is, told me to do these hue lights. And he's like a hue light connoisseur. So Andre came and helped me. And then we also got a new speaker for the TV just because the white one was it's all you could see. So we're going to bring the white one upstairs. We got the black one for downstairs. We put a little temporary bench here for my pink remote control. So I'm all set up for gaming. Then I went back up, put my movie back on, and finished up the kitchen. So bar cart, but also tiered tray always. So I've done a walkthrough of how I do a tiered tray. It's always the same, the way that I kind of figured out in my brain. I first put the mugs, then I put the whipped toppers, and then I just slowly push things back on the tiered tray and I add little pieces to the front or items around. So I had that little Peter Rabbit teacup that I really wanted, and then I kind of put the nicer teacups or coffee cups in the front, and usually I don't use whatever's on the tiered tray, which might seem weird. But for me, it's not functional. And I feel like in this house, it's so perfect because right above the tiered tray, we actually have an area for hooking the mugs. So it's very practical. So once the mugs are all placed in front, I just kind of fill them with little Easter eggs and picks and sticks, and salt and pepper shakers are really great. And then I just grabbed 2 mugs that I knew that we would use, one for Andre and one for me, and I hooked those above. And then I'm of course going to use that Peter Rabbit mug that I bought. And then I set our Easter table. So I had these tulips that I love. I did the runner straight across, and then these plates kind of match the runner, which I love. And then I had these plaid little stuffed carrots that I thought were cute. And I decided to kind of take this into the living room also, since I had an extra piece of turf. It was from our old kitchen, but it fit perfectly in this little tray. Love the tulips. I used one of the canisters that I'm getting rid of. I used that. And I just kind of cleaned up everything, dusted, lit all the candles. I forgot about my bunny trail sign. So I put that in the window. It fit like a glove in the window. And yes, I do need to take down the lights outside, but it's all good. It's too cold still to do that, so I might wait for a warm day and do that. I enjoyed the remainder of Hop, and then I just kind of put a little tray. I had an extra gnome, so I put him next to the fireplace, but far enough away so that it's hopefully safe. This little area I thought was really cute with the felt bunny, the tulip candle, and then the fake tulips. I love the fake tulips from Home Goods, Home Sense Winners. They're so good. And then it was time to clean. This is the most therapeutic part of this entire video. We got a vacuum. I had a version of this vacuum in our other house, and I just want to make the biggest statement of life. It smokes a Dyson, and it's half the price. It smokes it in every way. So we still have our Dyson. Andre likes to use that one. He prefers it. All good. But I just want to say, for half the price, this one's better. I love it. So I will link this one. It's the newest version. They do have a wet dry version, but I decided to just go with what I know best. I like this one. It's super good. Cleaned everything. Got all the bins to donate out. Moved my TV again. And I just kind of tried to make this little area all cleaned up. Brought a bunch of stuff downstairs, all the extra pieces for the vacuum. That little succulent or big succulent plant you might recognize from our old bedroom. So we brought that from the house. And then it was just time to clean everything. It felt so good to do this, just to get all the bins out and all the stuff that we've been moving out of the way. Just amazing. And then this vacuum comes with a stand, so you don't have to put any holes in the wall like the Dyson, which I also love. But listen, more than anything, it's half the price of a Dyson and it's superior. Love it. Lit all the candles, turned on the lights as the sun was setting, and then I put on YouTube with some Disney music. It was, I just want to say, most satisfying moment ever. Like, let's kick off spring. Let's have some good vibes. It was incredible. So I'll just take you guys through a little walkthrough of everything that I did. This is just an overview of the bar cart since I did add a couple things. The Real Touch flowers make such a difference, and I just feel like using the succulents and the plants and the vines and the roses just looked really good, as well as the more realistic looking eggs on the bar cart, and it just really gave it like the garden feel. And the turf obviously just made such a difference. It's giving tea party in McGregor's garden with the bunnies. I love this bar cart so much. And then into the dining room, I added those little chicks with the tulips. I really like this little setup. It's very cute. So this table will eventually end up going in the 3-season room. And then this is the kitchen. There's 2 mugs missing. They were in the dishwasher. We have some little Yellowstone mugs that go really well. The bunny stop here. I added some flowers. And I love the little pieces that I got this year, the little cabbage with the bunny on top. So this is our little coffee area and the kitchen touches. And then I, of course, added the cardinal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye, dudes.